Marion Orwellian Watch previously reported that the Silver Street annexation raised questions about cleanup, ownership, emergency legislation, and a proposed Dollar General development. That earlier article found that the emergency language appeared tied to Ohio's annexation timeline, not to a newly documented emergency at the property. It also noted that residents were trying to understand how the former tire site, cleanup funding, probate issues, annexation, zoning, and possible development fit together. New records received from the Marion County Commissioners do not replace that earlier finding. They add a more specific timeline around the proposed Dollar General project and show why residents' questions about the process deserved a clearer public answer. The new emails show that the Dollar General project was being discussed well before the annexation appeared on the March 2026 City Council agenda. In April 2024, Marion County Commissioner Mark Davis referred to getting refocused on the Dollar General deal with Logan Tire. In May 2024, the developer wrote that they were ready to put the property in contract and move forward. Davis then provided seller contact information. That does not show that the later annexation vote was improper, but it does show that the Dollar General project was active in official and economic development conversations long before the public annexation process reached council. A May 30, 2024 email from Marion Can-Do, Marion's local economic development organization, said Dollar General was in the process of acquiring the parcel north of Logan Tire and that development would require annexation into the city for sanitary sewer and rezoning. The email also said the developer was nervous because other communities had seen Dollar General-related annexations denied after residents objected. It said the annexation petition would be submitted with a project name to keep anxiety low because Dollar General did not want another annexation with its name denied. The same email asked local leaders to reassure the developer that the community was supportive and said neighborhood and business support could add another layer of backing for the project. That matters because later public concerns were sometimes answered as though residents were trying to stop something good from happening. The emails show that support building for the project was already being discussed before residents raised many of their questions in public meetings. The new records also show discussion of possible public help tied to the proposed store. In September 2025, Marion Mayor Bill Collins emailed the developer and said the city, Marion County Commissioner Mark Davis, and a township representative had been working on ideas for the property. Collins wrote that the city had workers and equipment capable of cutting brush and trees to make the property more visible from State Route 309, and that Davis had identified $7,000 in county economic development funding that could cover the city's cost. Collins also wrote that the city would not do the work unless the parcel was purchased for construction of the store. He said a letter could be prepared saying the city would cut the trees once the purchase was completed. A separate draft county resolution discussed using up to $7,000 from a CDBG revolving loan fund to remove vegetation from the right-of-way near the proposed Dollar General store. The draft described the project as an economic development project in a low and moderate income neighborhood. An October 2025 internal county email adds that at least one commissioner was described as not supporting help for Dollar General because of concern that the store could take business from local businesses. Another county response said the resolution was not needed yet because officials were expected to write a letter approving the work contingent on Dollar General buying the property. The records reviewed so far do not establish that public money was ultimately spent. They do show that public labor, public funding, and a conditional letter tied to the store purchase were being discussed before the annexation reached council. The new emails make this question sharper, but they do not answer it completely. The records do not prove that Dollar General was the only reason cleanup happened. The tire problem existed before the development discussions, and public health records already showed enforcement and ownership problems connected to the site. But the emails do show that Dollar General became a major factor in how officials and development contacts talked about the property. By 2024 and 2025, cleanup, visibility from State Route 309, sewer access, annexation, and the proposed store were being discussed together. That makes it fair to ask whether cleanup priorities were being influenced by the goal of making the site workable for Dollar General, even if the public health problem was real on its own. The original article focused on whether the annexation's emergency language appeared to mean a real emergency at the property. The newer records point to a different accountability issue. Residents were not just asking about a store. They were asking how public cleanup, private development, city annexation, sewer access, and possible public assistance fit together. The new emails show that some officials and development contacts had been working through those pieces well before the public annexation votes. That does not prove wrongdoing. It does show that residents were asking reasonable questions about a process that had more history behind it than the public agenda made clear.